may need to hear it a second time, because for me, I was just so excited to work with the group of people that you're going to see, and I think maybe you might feel the same at the end. But the gentleman that I have the pleasure to introduce to you, he's not only a publisher, but he wrote a book called The Millionaire Mindset, and how ordinary people can earn extraordinary income. And that is, it's a mindset, how we think. And that was something that when, I got involved in this industry, I thought like an employee. I didn't think like an entrepreneur. And that's when I got Gerry's book, I absolutely fell in love with it, because I said, this man needs to be in front of my team. And we invited him in front of thousands of people. And he's not only an amazing book writer, he's an incredible speaker. He's, open for Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor. When you look at all the giants in this industry, he's right side by side with them. And a lot of people know him around the world. And I've not ever had this much fun working with somebody as I have with Gerry. And I cannot wait for you to meet my other business partner, who's actually on a plane to Colombia right now to go do a training. His name's Muzaffar Najfi. When you get a chance to see the A team behind all this, it's really, really exciting. So please, without further ado, I want to introduce to you my business partner, dearest friend, Gerry Robert.
Woohoo! Hey, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. What a great energy in this room. Sherry, when I first saw you get up and speak, she was bragging about me speaking, but I'll tell you, I can't hold a candle to her. I'll tell you that. There were thousands of people coming in this auditorium, and the lights go down, and that smoke that they put there, and all of a sudden, she comes out in an angel outfit. And she was teaching about how we need to dream, and she's the dream angel. And for like 3 or 4 hours, she kept everybody's attention like crazy. They were taking notes. And I said back then, I'd never seen a speaker, especially a female speaker, that was as good as her. And I say that because there's a critical shortage of women speakers. For every one male speaker, or for every one woman speaker, there are 1,000 male speakers. We need more speakers, and she is one of the best. And she has proven herself. The way you've helped me, Sherry, in the last 3-4 weeks that I've been doing this has just blown my mind. But there's another reason why I'm so happy tonight. And that has to do with the two ladies who introduced Sherry. Patricia and Josevi have been with me all over the world. We've traveled the globe helping people, and I've always been fascinated by families. Yesterday we had a memorial service for my brother who died last month. He was about a year or two younger than me, but he didn't have $500 to his name. He lied on a couch, stoned, for the last 10 years of his life. See, that's where I was supposed to go. That's where I was supposed to be. And the reality is, I've not had that kind of a life because of a new family. I got a new family. And that's what, when I see Josefi and Pat have invited a lot of their friends and family, I get so excited. Today I have, as Sherry mentioned, I've earned a lot of money. I've written several best-selling books. I've opened for Tony Robbins and all these guys, Mark Victor Hansen and Robert Kiyosaki and all these guys. But it wasn't always that way, There was, for a long time, I lived in poverty. My family was supported by the state. I mean, my parents couldn't even provide the basics of life, like food and shelter, without government assistance. Everybody in my family were either alcoholics, drug addicts, or criminals. And that's exactly where I was heading when I did something that revolutionized my life. I got a mentor and I did what he said. And because of that, I left that old life and have been able to, in the last 30 years, just experience a whole new dimension where I knew that I was destined for more than what I had been achieving. And so mentors helped me clean up my life, get rid of a lot of the addictions I had. And then I got a financial mentor, Mr. Bob Proctor. Some of you know him, Bob Proctor from the movie The Secret. He was my business partner, and I was the guy behind all the marketing around The Secret. He paid me $18 million in the 5-year period because I'm the guy who created all the websites and all the emails and the marketing campaigns around that. And I'll tell you this, it was a mentor who showed me how to make in a month what I used to make in a year. And then I met about 20 years or so, 20 so years ago, I met Gerry and Muzaffar. And these two people have become my mentors of late. Both of these people are industry leaders. I mean, they were way, 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 way up in the industry. At least Gerry was when I first met her 25 years ago. Muzaffar, on the other hand, who's our other business partner, he was a 20-some-year-old guy. He was full of vim and vinegar. We could see that he was going places, but he hadn't gone really far yet, except he had something that I had, and that is a strong desire, a huge amount of coachability, and he realized that there's a big difference between listening to a mentor and doing what the mentor says. And I recognized in that in him because that's what I had. If Bob Proctor told me to stand on a corner and spit nickels, I'd have done it. And tonight we're going to give you an opportunity to see something.
Gerry, we can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Gerry.
How about now?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you miss that whole speech? That was a really good speech there. Come on.
No, the last word we heard was opportunity.
So I guess somebody must have muted me. Is my kids around here? I mean, they play around with buds. But no, I was saying what really got me about tonight is Josefi and Patricia have invited a lot of you who are family members, and you're going to have an opportunity, just like I did. Like sometimes you run into a person and that person changes the entire course, not only of your life, but of your family tree. You see, my dad was an alcoholic and a drug addict. My mom, all my brothers, all my cousins, all my uncles. And my brother, who we buried just last month, was in that camp too. You see, I broke the cycle. How did I do it? I got a mentor and I started to listen to what he said and do what he said. And so tonight, I think, man, we're going to talk to you about something that could have an equal impact on your life. I mean, it's something that when I saw, I had zero interest in. So when they called me 2 or 3 weeks ago, like I'm as busy as you can imagine. I in the last year, I just started a software company. I started a training company, publishing company again. I just don't have time for this, but because of those two people, because of Muzaffar and Gerry, and I saw in them an excitement, and I thought, man, this is really incredible. And I thought to myself, if they're doing it, I gotta look at it. At least I gotta look at it. Within 5 minutes of listening, 10 minutes of listening to them about tonight's presentation, I said to them, holy smokes, this is incredible. And so I hope that you would have that same feeling tonight by the end of this. I mean, we're going to go fast and we're going to talk a lot of things through. You're going to be asked to sort of consider this and if it makes sense, if you end up liking what we love, then maybe we can partner this together. All I can tell you is this. There's a reason why someone like me, who's earned over $300 million, people like Gerry, who's made hundreds of millions of dollars a year in this industry, and Muzaffar, who's one of the top guys in the world, there's a reason why we're doing it. And if you're busy as heck and you haven't got time to do it, that's exactly why you're here. We don't want people who've got tons of time. We got people who we are, especially right now, we're attracting people who really want to build something that's going to last. Something that you may have started these kinds of things before, but this one's the last one I'm doing. Gerry told me it's the last one she's doing. And there's a reason why Josefi and Patricia did exactly the same thing. And so tonight we're going to talk to you about a very interesting concept. The business that we're talking about is called VIAGO. And it's an ultimate lifestyle club where we offer membership so many people today, so many companies today are using the membership model, right? And so this is an opportunity for you to get involved in a membership, a lifestyle club that really, I think, hits the needs of man, of womanhood. We know research has proven that the 5 basic needs or wants of people are related to wanting more money, wanting better health. Now, studies have shown that that's what they put money as the number 1 and health as 2. It should be usually often the other way around. But the third one is the need to travel. People want to have more significance, like they want to know that they matter, and they want to have better relationships. Well, I looked at all that and I thought, man, this thing that I'm about to show you hits all of those things. But I tell people that I wrote this book called The Millionaire Mindset, How Ordinary People Can Create Extraordinary Income. And one of the things that I have in here is a criteria on what you should have if you're going to consider another source of income. And it's got to be timely. It's got to be global, I think. It's got to be easily accessible. That means it's got to be available. You can't require $100,000 to get in it because very few people can do it. It has to be affordable. It has to be something that everybody wants. It has to be something that gives more value than what they're charging. And this has all of those things. And so I think about this in this day and age. I'm sure that in this day and age, when it comes to travel, you can buy things at wholesale or you can buy them at retail. And so this is a lifestyle club where you can get access to, at least in the first phase, to travel discounts like that are out of this world. And so if you had a choice between paying retail or wholesale, I think you'll pay wholesale. And that's what this is. But if you go to other sites like booking.com or Expedia and so on, they have discount or wholesale travel. But what they do, they negotiate the deal. And then what they do is they add their commission on top of that. So it's a different sort of model where we give you the actual wholesale price with this. You're going to see in a minute some of the examples here. And you get significant discounts on everything from hotels to cruises to car rentals, even homes and trips. Now, we do have a discounts on travel, on airfare, but really we don't brag about that much because that's regulated by the FAA and there's not much you can do with that. So we say that the big significance with our club is the things like hotels and all of the things, cruises and it's unbelievable. So when you join our club, you get access to this booking engine here, which is unlimited wholesale access to over 1 million properties around the world. And so you would just go in here and just type where you want to go and you literally compare. It's been phenomenal, I'm telling you. Just recently, the other day, I go right around the world 5 or 6 times every year. And I just checked the other day for Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, where I'm going next. I put in the hotel, what dates I'm going for. And it was like, I found hotels that I've stayed in previously for like $50. Unbelievable. And I can give you lots of examples. For instance, in Las Vegas, if you go to Caesar's Palace, I think is this Caesar's Palace? Yeah. The public hotel, if you put in a date, the public price, and that is the price that you would get at Expedia or booking.com, some of those would be, let's say, $149. Well, once you're a member of this club, you can get that for $101. Now that's a 48% discount, man. That's 33% saving. You stay there for 5 nights, you've just saved $200 or $300. And everywhere any place you think you could go to, Miami, for example, we did this search recently, $391 for the hotel. As a VIAGO club member, $251. You start looking at that. And so people start thinking, my goodness, this becomes attractive now for you to share with other people because who doesn't want, they're traveling anyway. And now if you become a member with us, you can get them these kinds of discounts. And everybody loves discounts. Remember, we said everybody loves to travel. Everybody wants to save money. Everybody wants relationships. Everybody wants significance. And you can get all of that with this. Glacier National Park. Look at this. The public price, $136. $91 as a club member. $45 a night discount. In New York, very expensive place, $728 for one night. Look at this. The public price is $728. We can get it for $315. Now that's that's $410 per night cheaper. So we have an amazing tool, a very robust engine that millions have been paid to for the software to make that thing happen, and the discounts are going to blow your mind. So that's the first part of our membership is the booking engine. But then we have all these escapes, and these escapes are phenomenal. This is where for people who say, listen, I want to go someplace, and we as a company curate various VIP escapes where you can get 5-star, 4 or 5-star hotels. These are curated escapes, which means that it's sort of like Netflix. You know how Netflix, you can only get certain programs on Netflix because they're owned by Netflix? That's the way it is with us, with our VIP escapes. We handle all the bookings, all the reservations. You can create your own escape. It's just a different way for you to experience the world. For example, if you belong to a small group, let's say, there's a lot of, in my church, there's a lot of men's groups or women's Bible study groups. Well, a lot of them are going to go together, 5 or 10 of them together, and go and take a trip. When you're talking about ridiculously low prices and everybody gets to be together again, that's the kind of thing you get if you belong to this club. And the interesting thing is, when you join this club, you have the ability to earn points for every dollar that you spend. So when you spend dollars, those expenditures get credited to you in terms of reward points. And then what you do is you can then take those very rewards and use them for your own travel. So it's got so many bells and whistles with this. For instance, another big part of our program is reward escapes. Now, just listen to this. This is a one that our team took a little while back. I think it was 400 people there. Playa del Carmen in Mexico. 5 nights, 5 days and 4 nights, round trip from the airport. That means they pick you up at the airport. Somebody's there with your name, picks you up at the airport, takes you to the hotel. You get a welcome reception at the hotel. It's all inclusive. So that means all you can eat, all you can drink, but don't drink too much. You can have a choice of an excursion. You can have a sunset cruise or go snorkeling. There's discounts on a lot of the things around the property itself. You get a 3-course farewell dinners. There is a foam party at the end. There's hosts available, and it includes all the taxes and everything. That trip normally would sell for $850. You can get it for $850. I mean, just think about that. Now, all of a sudden, for a whole week, for 4 nights and 5 days, and then better than that, or addition to that, you're able to use a certain number of your points to reduce the price even further. I'm going to talk more about points in a minute, but you can literally get that whole thing for $700. So I could just go on forever. Later this, in the next little while, a whole bunch of us are going to Vietnam. So these are reward escapes. Again, Vietnam, 5 days, 4 nights, same thing. Pick you up at the airport, especially if you go to a country you've never been to before, like Vietnam. I've been there several times. They have somebody at the airport that greets you, so you're not having to figure out, where do I go, what do I do? Somebody's there to greet you, takes you from the airport to the hotel. You get a half-day excursions, you get breakfast dailies, You get English speaking guides, spa treatments. Look at that culinary and culture experience, farewell barbecue dinner, hosts available, all the taxes and everything, $575. And you can also use points and reduce it all to $475. So when you look at these sort of things, you just think, man, if you want to spend the time just traveling the world, you could easily do that in this thing. The other thing is, you're going to see in a minute that this becomes something that's very easy to offer to other people, because, listen, people are traveling anyway. So before they travel, you just say, hey, well, let me just have a look. It is incredible the amount of people who are just saying, like, I'm going to join just for the discounts. And a lot of people will do that. We have got a lot more to it than that, which I'm going to cover in a minute. But Dubai, for example, I believe Sherry was on that and was offering a few of other 450 other people. Listen, Dubai, 5 days, 4 nights. You get 5 breakfasts, 5 lunches, 4 dinners. You got an English guide. You get a full day city tour, full day Abu Dhabi city tour, half day Sharia tour. You have a water taxi. You get lunch. Look at all the things you get there, and it's $639. And if you use points, it's only $539. We had like I think they said 450 people from our company go to this thing. It's just incredible. So that's rewards that we organize and go. You can participate that way, but then you can also create your own. You know, if you've always wanted to go to South Africa, if you know, for instance, you want to go to Costa Rica. Look at that Costa Rica there, 7 nights, $725. So you could see that that we've got a product that is very affordable, that people are paying for now, and you can offer them a significant discount, a lot less headaches, and in the same process, for those of you who may be interested, you can make a phenomenal side hustle or an income at this. I could just go on forever. Mexico, Greece. Greece is coming up in the next little while. $825 for 5 nights. Turkey and Dubai. Listen, you may want to put together a trip like Raymond and Jani did here. So they're very successful business owners, and so they this is an example of one that they do. So they do bottle schools. So what they do is they use that trip as a way to help and give to other people. So they literally build schools out of bottles, and for a very, very low price. They get 7 breakfasts, 7 lunch, 6 dinners. They get all of the accommodation. They get a round trip from the airport. They get a full day Mayan ruins tour. You get to do outreach. There's just so many things that you can do with this. So the travel aspect of this is just the main thing we're doing now in phase 1. You know, just think what phase 1 of an iPhone looked like. We're just in phase 1. The company's just under 200 days old, man. And so if you've ever had a time where you wondered, I wish I'd have got in early. Well, let me tell you something. You could get in now and get in early. I remember my kids telling me that I should buy Bitcoin, and I thought, I don't want to buy Bitcoin. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish I had bought Bitcoin. This is a real ground floor opportunity. And if you're here, it's because Patricia or Josephi thought enough of you to invite you to come right at the start because of the way we're building this. You will hear a little bit later how we're building this as a way for us to introduce this to the world. And in order for us to do that, we need help. We need partners. And that's where you come in. Because I know this about Josephi and Patricia. They're all in on this. And I've seen them over the years. I've worked with Josephi for over 10 years. When she's all in with something, man, get out of the way. She'll make things happen. And there's been opportunity for that. So this first product, the travel memberships, are phenomenal. But get this. We also have Be Well benefits. That's telemedicine and healthcare, where 24/7 you have access to medical doctors, licensed medical doctors in 50 states. Over 250 languages are supported. You get family coverage. I mean, this is incredible. Sometimes zero copay. And then, so if you're traveling or if you're in the United States and you, instead of going to the emergency or you need to talk to somebody, obviously if there's blood gushing out of somebody, go to emergency. But if not, you just need to call somebody. Now you can use your Be Well benefits to have a doctor call you. And we've seen everything from a doctor call, examine, ask a few questions, and then send a prescription to a patient's a pharmacy nearby. The health share component is worth more than the membership itself. Just this. Major medical coverage, supplemental coverage, low monthly costs. People are saving all kinds of money. Some people are saving as much as $8,000-$10,000 just on the health benefits. One lady that I talked to, I forget how much she was paying for insulin. She was diabetic and she was buying insulin every month. She had to pay it herself. After she joined this, the insulin was free. I mean, this is something that everybody, especially people in the United States, really want and is a major savings. Another one part of our benefit is the daily deals. Like, we are partnered with over 1 million different retailers around the world, our partners. And when you're going to Disney World, when you're going to the movie theater, when you're going to buy anything, there are daily deals available to club members. And I've seen people, I talked to a guy, this is going to sound weird, but he restores classic cars. He was working on a 1968 Camaro. After he was finished all the work, he had to buy tires for it. Those are very specialized tires. He said the best price he could find was $10,000. He went into the VIAGO membership, the marketplace area, and he was able to find the same exact tires for $3,500. Just think about that. There's so many. I talked to a lady who saved $800 on a fridge. So, Amazon.com, all that stuff. Well, let me tell you something. Now you're going to have your own Amazon.com, and that's what happens when you get into the marketplace. This is a whole new era of online shopping. So you're not going to go to Temu anymore. You're not going to go to Amazon.com. Now you're going to be able to give people your portal, and they can shop here. And when they do, you earn money. I mean, it's just a great thing. So to recap, the membership now in phase 1 has discount travel, the booking engine. So you could literally just give people that link. They can go and pick the dates and book the travel direct at a major savings. You'll have VIP escapes. There are unique experiences that you could create as well. And remember that you'll have points that you'll be able to use to lower the costs for all of this. You're going to have the Be Well telemedicine program, so you can get health care in a different way for a fraction of what you may be paying right now. Then there's the daily member savings and the best pricing on marketplace. So that's like your own private Amazon. Now, I'm not here to ask you for money, okay? It's not an investment call. You're not here because we're looking for investment. I'm not asking you to invest $100,000, $50,000, $20,000, nothing like that. We're all set financially. But the reality is we've built something here that's really significant. And this is only phase 1. So what does it take to get into this club? Well, to become a member, it's really simple. The one-time fee is $450. And the $450, you need to see it like you're buying a club, like a country club. That country club gives you access to all of the things that I told you before. Now get this, when you join and you pay the $450, we give you 600 points. And let me tell you about those points. You know how you go for an airline or your hotel or maybe a loyalty card that you tap every time you buy something? And then you got 5,000, 20,000 points and you go and buy, and all it gets you is a friggin' chocolate bar? That's because it's a very reduced thing. You know, with us, you know what it is? It's dollar for dollar. Just think about that. You spend $450 with us. You join our club. We give you access to everything I've mentioned so far. And get this, we give you $600 and it's dollar for dollar. So that when you go to buy travel, when you go to book your own travel, you will be able to apply those points as a dollar for dollar point. I mean, it's just out of this world. And then the other part of that is every month to maintain your membership is $100. But guess what? We give you 100 points, even though you're paying 99. We give you 100 points. So you can see that the people who put this together, our partners, have built billion-dollar companies. So I met with the CEO several times. Isaac Ben Shabbat is the real deal, man. This guy built a company that was bringing in almost $3 billion a year. And his partner, Eddie, is responsible for creating the largest travel company in the world, doing almost $1 billion. So these guys know what they're doing. And what they did is they took all their experience and said, if we could have an ideal company, if we had a way to make this absolutely incredible, what would we do? And that's where they came up with this point system of one-on-one. I mean, you're literally just putting money in the bank. It's almost like a forced savings account for your travel. It's just out of this world. Now, the other thing that we do, now understand this. I'm going to show you how to get other people to, I'm going to show you how to get that $99 a month wiped out in just a minute. But we also have a loyalty program. If you stay with this for a year, get this, we're going to give you a 7-night hotel getaway. We're going to give you an actual vacation just for being loyal and sticking with us for 12 months. Do you think Netflix does that? Do you have any loyalty program that rewards you by giving you something like that just for being a member of the club? Listen, this is something that is very rare and is being received like crazy. It's important that if you're offering something to your family and friends, that you can feel good about this, and that it's something that has really a lot of value. And so I strongly think if this is something you want to do, join the club. Now, for some of you, you love this idea and you'd like to join the club by itself. Listen, that's fine. But there's a bunch of people who are here, like Josevi and Patricia and a whole bunch of us, who want a business. We want to find a way for us to do good and do well at the same time. Is it possible to amplify our lives and make money while sitting on a beach? There is. And I'm gonna tell you that you can create an amazing revenue around this if you have are willing to give a little bit of time. You don't have to be a salesperson. You don't have to have any expertise. You don't have to know anything about travel. All you got to do is invite people, and we'll show you how to do that. We'll present, we'll sell, all that stuff. You don't have to worry about that. And in order for you to do that, you could become an ambassador. So the beautiful thing about all of this is they have created a way for you to generate revenue very easily and very affordably. For $49, you could become a brand ambassador with us. If you become a brand ambassador with us, you open up a whole world of possibilities to start making money with this. Now, I'm going to explain what that is in a second. It's very easy, but when you see this, you'll flip. I'm going to ask Grace, who is Dr. Grace, who is a lady who has been in the health field for years and years, and she has decided, as Josevi has, and as Sherry has, and Muzaffar and Patricia and everybody, they've decided to make a business out of this. And the reason why I'm so excited about it, because I've been teaching people how to have a millionaire mindset. And I could have people have a millionaire mindset, get them all excited, But if there's no vehicle, Muzaffar put it good the other day. He said, Gerry, you get people, it's like you teach them how to drive a Ferrari, but if they go home and they have a bicycle, it's not going to do much. Well, what you're about to see in the next part of this presentation is where the money is. And it's going to blow your mind. It's not only going to show you how to drive a Ferrari, but how to get a Ferrari, if that's of interest to you. And whether you want to make $500 a month or $50,000 a month, this has the ability for you to do it. So I'm going to just first bring on Dr. Grace. Tell us, Dr. Grace, can you just jump in, tell us who you are and why you're here and what do you like about this whole thing? And then we'll go into the business side of things.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Gerry. You guys can hear me okay, eh? Yes, good. Awesome. When someone like Gerry Robert invites you to listen in on something that he's got going on, you say, yes, sir. And you show up because I am not a multi-million-dollar earner like Sherry Sharman or Gerry Robert. And I have a heart for people. And when I was sitting here through this presentation, it came at a really important time in my life. I was in a place of change, and I was blown away. It just blew my mind. I was sitting there thinking, this is a no-brainer. And as I continued watching, it hit me because the people that I work with, all of us have been touched in the last 5 years. And thank you so much, Josephi, for sharing a little bit at the beginning, because those are the kinds of stories that, just rip my heart out. I deal with people who have health issues all the time. And we all know that to navigate our way back to wellness, we need money to do that. And although I could help people with their body and their organs and their brains, I wasn't able to help them with their finances. And VIAGO is that vehicle. The very cool part, Gerry's going to show you something shortly about a magic number of 6. And I was able to do that in no time at all. And I've been involved in other ventures and never did anything happen of substance in any short time frame. But this is so easy because people are passionate here. And the real thing that I see in the community myself is that people actually take their phones and they put them down. And they can connect heart to heart. And that's what we need more of in this world, is to be able to connect heart to heart, because AI will never replace what we can do with each other. And so I don't know what you guys are thinking, but when you see this next part, honestly, just do what I did and text Josephi and text Pat right away, because I'm telling you, this thing is growing like wildfire. And I just am so excited, and I'm thankful that I was able to be here and to share a little bit of my story. And thank you so much, Gerry, for everything that you've done for me.
Thank you very much. And by the way, she's very humble. She's the author of this book, Wonder Woman Syndrome. She has got such good energy, and she's working at this. And so I want to go through now and just talk to you about the money side of this. For those of you who are interested, maybe interested in creating additional income, and it's part of the reason why VIAGO is growing so much. Frankly, there are 5 different ways for you to make money. I'm going to cover only 2 of them tonight. There are lots of different ways, and it's just going to blow your mind. And it does everything for those of you who are thinking, listen, I'm only interested in a part-time income. Then there's something here for you. But for many of you, you're looking for a lot more than that. Well, this is the place for you. I'm telling you, I've gone through this up and down. I've interviewed all the owners. I have checked out the way the money works, the finance of the company, everything. And I'm all in on this. Like, I've put everything into this because it's that good. I think, I keep going back to my brother. And I just think if I'd have got a hold of him earlier, could he have just grabbed onto this? Do you know that the average bankruptcy in the United States would be averted with an extra $500 a month? $500. And so for some people, it's just $500 a month. But there's some of us who say, listen, I didn't come this far to only go this far. I want to go a lot further. I want to go to the moon. And when my income went from $100,000 a year to $100,000 a month, to $1 million a year, to $1 million a month, let me tell you something. It is incredible. Now, I'm not telling you this to brag, okay? Listen to me. A little bit I am, frankly. But I'm telling you this because I'm the guy who got kicked out of school when I was 15. And I knew I was destined for more than what I was getting. And I just wanted to, it's not all about money. It's in any stretch of the imagination. Money will never make you happy, but neither will poverty. And so if you want to go through life and experience the joy of knowing you're contributing to other people, then this is your invitation to come in now. And remember first is always better than best. And you have an opportunity to be one of the first people in your city to join this. And so let me tell you a little bit how the money works, okay? So when you come into this and you introduce this product to somebody else, you earn $100. Well, that's not bad. You would just introduce people to this product, to this concept. A lot of people, just think of how many people buy timeshare. Just think of how many people take trips. With one trip, you'll pay more than pay for the membership. It's an easy thing, especially when you think about it. People, listen to this. People spend $450 to join. We give them $600 points. We give them 600 points. Then it's $99 a month. And we give them 100 points a month. So that's 1,200 points plus 600 points. That's 1,800 points that they could use. Do you know how many people are spending? They could save more than that with one trip. So a lot of people who are here are going to be using this membership to tell lots of people. And if you tell 6 people, now you've made $600. All of a sudden, that's called a direct bonus. You don't have to do that very much. And the reason why we say that if you go and introduce this to 6 people, like just 6 people, now your monthly membership is free. Think about that. I did it in 2 days. You just got to tell people about this and people get excited about it. And the minute you get 6, now you don't have to pay the $99 a month. But you still get the 100 points every month. And at the end of the month, at the end of the year, you still get that free trip. So if you get 24 members, there's an extra $200 residual there for you. So there's a residual income, there's a direct a residual bonus, the direct bonus. And then look at what Warren Buffett said. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll have to work until you die. Now, we're not here to get anybody to quit their job or do anything. But man, if you're doing something and you hate doing it, understand this. This isn't a practice run. This is the real thing, man. And if it was possible for you to earn money while you sleep, earn money. Now you got to put in effort. Don't let anybody tell you that you're going to get rich just by listening to somebody or listening to me or joining their little thing. Listen, that's not going to happen. You've got to do work. There's no question about it. But as I've looked at all of the different ways for people to make money today, everything from cryptocurrency to real estate to stock investing to, I know it all. I've looked at it all. If you're willing to put in some time doing one thing, you know all you got to get good at doing? You got to get good at inviting people to this. Let us do the presentation. You don't have to be a good salesperson. You don't have to have a fancy mustache, although some of you have some pretty good. You don't have to have any of that stuff. You just got to get good at listening, at inviting people, and let us do the presenting. And for that, you earn a phenomenal income. Let me show you the way this monthly residual works. So the way the company works is they ask us to build a sales team. In essence, they get you to build 2 sales teams. So as soon as you get 5 people on the left side and 5 people on the right side, then you're making $50 a month. You become a bronze ambassador. Now just think about this. When it comes to if you're a real estate agent or a real estate business, as Josevi and Ben have been in the past, you know, you become a broker and then you get salespeople and you build up those salespeople and you earn an override on all of them. Well, it's the same thing with this. If you get 10 people on one side and 10 people on the other side, now you're making $200 a month. You get 25 on both sides. Now you're making $500 a month. Now, I told you $500 a month, and it just goes on like this. As long as you got 50, as long as you get 25 people paying their membership, you're making $500 a month. And if people are getting the benefits that we're seeing here, it's not going to be difficult for them to stay on with this. It's not like you're selling shampoo at $42 a bottle or toothpaste for $17. You understand what I'm saying? This is something that people will use every day. If you do that, all of a sudden now, if you get 50 people on the left, 50 people on the right, because you can only have 2 sales teams, now you're making $1,000 a month. Now, there are people who are doing that much in their first month. But even if it took you 6 months to do it, imagine getting $1,000 a month coming in every month and you're not doing anything anymore. You've built up a team and those teams are doing it. Now, I want to reiterate this thing. There's no sales skills required here. We'll do the presenting and all that sort of stuff. All you got to learn to do is invite people. And then once you get 50 people on one side and 50 people on the other, you're making $1,000 a month, you become a Sapphire ambassador. And then all of a sudden, now you're making an additional $50 from everybody who buys a launch pack. Now just think about that. You got 50 people and 50 people. If they're all bringing in a few, all of a sudden the thing goes crazy. Well then, just to show you this quickly, it gets crazy. If you start looking at where it goes from here, it's phenomenal where the money can go. And so if you get 250 people on the left and the right, you're making $5,000 a month. If you get 500 people on the left and 500 on the right, now you're what's known as a blue diamond, and you're making 10 grand a month. 1,000, you're getting 20,000 a month. If you get 2,000 on the left and 2,000 on the right, now you're making 36,000 a month. And some of us who are building this, it's not going to happen tomorrow, but the minute we get 5,000 and 5,000, we're making 85,000. That's $1 million a year. Now you might say that seems impossible. Well, it may seem impossible to you, but it's not impossible to those of us who've done it. And I told you, I come from poverty. We started with nothing, man. I just had a mentor and I did what he said. And I saw when my mentor told me that I could make $1 million in a year, I thought he was nuts. Even though I didn't believe I could do it, I could see he believed I could do it. And I grabbed onto that. And you're here today. You're not here by accident. We want to let you know we're not making any promises that you're going to make $1 million a year. Okay, just understand that. We're saying that most people, if they're willing to work and they're willing to build this and they're willing to follow advice, we are going to help you get to where you want to go. Now understand that. You're going to get people like me and like Dr. Grace and like Josevi and like Patricia and like Sherry and Muzaffar and other people who are here to help you get what it is you want in life. And if that's you, and you're willing to put some effort in this, look, you're never going to see an opportunity like this. There's a reason why we're talking to you tonight. Of course, just so you know, it's all the software is there. You're going to get paid through a digital wallet. I mean, it's just an incredible thing. I have to be sure to tell you that there's no guarantees here, right? Okay, you understand what I'm saying? People are rewarded for the work that they put into this, and just because you join a gym doesn't mean you're going to get muscle sent to you. Okay, that's not the way this is. But if you're willing to do this and you're willing to be trained, We've got a training system that's unbelievable, but it's not complicated. All you got to do is one thing: just invite people to come and listen to this. You just ask them, hey, listen, are you interested in saving money with travel? Hey, you're looking to make more money? Just come and listen to these guys. That's all you got to do. And we'll show you how to do it. There's a lot more to it, but we got a complete training system to be able to do it all. And to get started tonight. Now you're going to see why that word is critical. And those of you who are awake and those of you who are thinking, you're going to pay close attention to what I'm saying. Because the minute I said that, Dr. Grace sent me a text and said, I'm in. And there's a reason why she did it. And that has to do with how we're building this. So you get started by paying $4.99. That's $4.50 for your membership, plus the $49 to become an ambassador. And then there's a monthly charge of $99 until you get your first 6. And that's the first goal we have, is to get you to 6 so that your monthly payment is completely free for you. And then you're on board. You don't need to be a superstar, because the system is a superstar system. And I'm telling you, and this is the key point that I want to reiterate. If you're all in with this, if you like what we love, you got to listen to the timing issue. The timing issue is this. So when you join tonight, this is you, and let's say let's say Patricia or Josevi, and all of a sudden you're here tonight, and if you decide to do this, because we're only allowed to have 2 sales teams, if somebody joins later on tonight, that person is going to go under you. Do you see why now, Dr. Grace, before I was finished the meeting, she sent me a text saying I'm in? Because on my first meeting, I had 20-some people here. She was the first person to send that to me. Everybody else went under her. So if you want to do this, it's a simple process. You just send a text to Josevi or Patricia and say, I'm in. And then we respect people's and reward people's initiative, people who are early adopters, because you have a choice. You could go slow, you can go fast. You could have all of these people from here on go under you, or just think about this. Let's say tonight you're here, and let's say somebody else here named Andy decides to do this, and they're really excited, and they got a whole bunch of people. They really, all those people will be under you. Now, you can go over to the side and think about it, and that's fine. Listen, I understand that. But if you have eyes, see. If you have ears, hear. Because what can happen? If you don't take that slot, then the slot's going to go to somebody else. So you can decide whether you want to have Andy above you or below you. It's much better to have them below you. And so we tell people, if you wait next week, then all the people that are going to come between now and then are going to go above you. I had somebody say to me the other day, they said, Gerry, this sounds really good. Why don't you give me a call? And I think I'll have some time for this at the end of June. I said, are you nuts? You're not listening to what I'm saying. I'm telling you, this opportunity is not going to be here at the end of the week. It's not going to be the same thing. And the reason why this is, and particularly for those of you who are here, because of Josefi and Patricia, they are connected to me. They are on my team. And I have not even started yet. I have not approached any of my people publicly, because Muzaffar and Sherry, my partners, the people who are my mentors in this business, have said, before you go crazy with this, Gerry, build up a solid core of people who can help you once you go through. I have 119,000 people in my database. I spent, the year before COVID, I spent $5.8 million of my cash just on Facebook ads alone. So I've got all these people that know me, that want to listen to me. I mean, I've coaching, I've helped thousands of people publish books. They've all paid me between $20,000 and $60,000. I have $250,000 coaching programs. Ask Josevi. One guy paid $50,000 to meet with me for one day in Australia. And I'm not telling you that to fan myself out. I'm just telling you that if you get in now before I go to the masses, you're going to have me as a partner. You're going to have Sherry Sharman as a partner. And we want to build this under you. So that's why we're saying to you, listen, if this is something you want to do, don't wait, man. I mean, it's not like we're asking you to invest $100,000, right? We're talking about taking a chance on $500. Think about this. Where else could you get this kind of help? These kind of partners for this kind of money, but you got to do something. You have to decide, really, you've got to decide whether you're an A, a B, or a C. A says, I'm in. That's it. So you send me a text, send Josevi a text, put it in the chat, do it somewhere, and just say, I'm in. And then the first person that comes in, everybody comes in after them. Or you could say, listen, I'm a B. I like this, but I've got some questions. Well, get your questions answered tonight, man. Just type B. And then there are some of you who may be customers. You know, you say, listen, I like this thing. I don't want to build the business thing, but I like the travel stuff. I want to travel at a discounted rate. I want to get all kinds of things through the marketplace at wholesale. Sure, I'll join for that reason. That's okay. Listen, Grace put it in the chat. I don't know if you've seen that or not. Who doesn't have a $500 mistake in their closet or shed? So listen, I'm telling you, this won't be a mistake unless you start and don't commit to finishing. If you commit to finishing, I promise you, I'll do everything in my power to try and help you. And so we're going to wrap things up now. It's a simple process. It's asking you to make a decision for your financial future. You know, we tell people we don't want you to take a long time to decide this. You know why? Because if it takes you a long time to decide, it's going to take you a long time to act. And for right now, the people that we need, the people who are going to be part of my leadership team, you will be part of Josevi and Patricia's team that are going to be very vital to help me before I go to the public. We need people who are going to act. You know, Napoleon Hill in the book Think and Grow Rich said that wealthy people have an ability to decide fast and they rarely change their mind. Broke people, on the other hand, take forever to decide. Listen, if you ever had an opportunity, if you ever were faced with a chance for you to exercise that kind of belief in yourself, it's tonight. Stella Mann said one time, if you can hold it in your head, you can hold it in your hand. And so I want to invite you to send a text or a chat thing to Patricia or Josevi and just say I'm in, because we're gonna treat everybody fairly. First person in, higher up you go. I'm gonna ask Sherry to bring this to a close now, and I want to thank you for being part of this and listening to me. Listen, it means a lot, and particularly since many of you are connected in a family way with Josevi and Patricia. I'm touched that you've been willing to come here and to be with these powerhouse women. Is just, I know this, they're the real deal. They're not perfect. None of us are. But if she gives you her word that she's going to help you, she'll help you. And so now I'm just going to turn it over to Sherry, and she's going to sort of bring this thing to a close. And I want you to pay close attention to what she says. What she's about to talk to you now could literally be the thing that changes your whole family tree as it relates to money. So I want to thank you for being part of this. Sherry, let me turn it over to you to wind up. And I look forward to working with all of you. God bless.
Oh, thank you, Gerry. And you know what? I enjoyed your presentation so much, and I hope everyone else really listened to what you had to say, because this is going to be one of the biggest teams in VIAGO. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've seen the quality of the people that are coming on board, and I know a lot of you are family members. And I'll tell you what I did with my family. First person I went to was my 92-year-old mom. She has built sales teams with me. She actually was Tony Robbins' personal assistant, back in the late 80s. And she has built, she's earned a six-figure income in this. But my mom is not going to build. But she did. She's the first person I signed up in this business. And I'll tell you why. Once I go Black Diamond, I'm going to go back and I'm going to build my mom. So somebody in your, whether it be Patricia or Josephi, if you're somebody that just goes, I don't have it in me, but I'm going to take one of those positions, and you do what Sherry Sharman did. You come help me, once you get to the top. And that's why I love this business so much. And for some of you that may have done this before, I promise you there is nothing like what VIAGO stands for, the community that we have. There's nothing out there like this. And I've been in this industry, like I said, almost 4 decades. And in those years, I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, I've seen owners completely destroy companies that I built. And companies that were, on the cover of Inc. magazine as the fastest growing company in the world. And when I look at that and that company owner, I walked away from a 7-figure income for integrity reasons. And for any of you that have been in this industry before, it takes a lot to walk away from that kind of an income. But I hold my higher powers that guide me, not some company owner, but this company owner, which I want, if you decide to come on board, we will send you a copy of a team call that he actually got up early in the morning to do a team call for Gerry. And I'll tell you, it was so powerful because I've never asked him to do a team call before. And I've got lots of teams in VIAGO already. But right now we are focused on Gerry Roberts' team, Patricia's team, Josephi and Ben's team. We want to help all of you not only lock in a position at the top, because this is the very first presentation that Patricia has had done. This launch party is really important to her because this is what the trophy that she wants. She wants to become Club 6, and all she needs is 6 people from this call to sign up. And guess what? She gets her membership for free. And then guess what she's going to do? She's going to help you get your 6 to be able to build you to a position of never having to pay for a membership. Because one of the best closing tools that you're going to have is when somebody says to you, oh, I don't want another membership, because I don't know about you, but I go to my phone, I got so many memberships that I'm paying on, and most of them I don't even use anymore. But I look at this and you can say to that person, you know what, I don't pay for my membership and I still get 100 points, which 1 point equals $1 every month. And at the end of the year, the company gives you another 1,000 points for just being loyal. So you're talking about 2,800 points, which equals $2,800 for your bank savings account. I don't know about you, but I so many times I said I was going to start putting away $100 a month for my travel. And every time something would happen, a tire would go flat, or I had to have, work on my car or work on my home or something like that. And I was always draining that bank account. Here, this is something that you can use not only for your travel, but in the marketplace also. So and you've got all these other benefits to go along with it. So like Gerry said, get with the person who invited you on this call. Be an A, be like us. You can actually earn while you're learning. We'll show you how to do it. The beautiful thing is we've got 10 Zoom calls scheduled for this week. Gerry's going to be doing some of them. I'll be doing some of them. We've got Mazafar, who's going to be calling in from Colombia, South America. He's going to be doing some. And we have a gentleman from the Philippines. He's going to be doing some of them. So you'll get a schedule of all our presentations. And all you need to do is invite. When somebody says, well, what's this all about? Just go, that's why I want you on the Zoom, so you can see what it's all about from the professionals. I just signed up. I just got involved. I want you to be one of the first people I show this to. That's how simple it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's not difficult. And whether you do like my mom did, just grab a position and she's going to wait till I get to the top to come back and help build it for her. But, or maybe you'll be, like Josephine and her mom, Patricia, saying, I want to build it with you guys. And Gerry, thank you again for doing such a marvelous job of explaining our company. And I'm so excited that we're all working together, and we look forward to working with all of you too. Thank you so much. God bless and have a beautiful evening. Take care and God bless. Bye, everyone.